All right, today we are going to talk about adding cash to a machine. So this machine still thinks that it has cash in it, or else it would be on an error screen, which it is not. So we're going to go in and see what it thinks it has in it, and maybe some reject bills, and then talk about adding some cash. So to get into the menu, we go enter, clear, cancel, 1, 2, 3. And it prompts you for a password for demonstration. We just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Never use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for your actual machine. That's a horrible idea. Okay, so this machine currently thinks that it has 2 bills left in the cassette. It also thinks that there's approximately 3 bills in the reject bin. So we will want to check both of those when we get this thing opened up. So let's go ahead and open up the bottom here and see what we've got in the cassette, and then also if there's anything in the reject bin. Okay, so we're going to take our key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins. Get this guy opened up. And when we go to pull this cassette out, we need to make sure that we just lift it up a little bit and pull it out. Similarly, when you go to put it back in, you're putting it in until it clicks. And when you go to pull it out, if you just pull it, it's not going to come out. So you just give it up with a little tiny lift up on the black handle, and then go ahead and pull it out. Okay, now that we've got the cassette pulled out, we're just going to set it down on a flat surface, a table or chair, anything like that will work. Take our cassette key and toss it in the side, give it a little turn, open that guy up, and this slide right here, just pull it all the way back and it'll click into place. There was 2 bills left in there, as it said earlier. So I'm just gonna take those 2 bills, I'm gonna add it to this stack, and I like to just push it up against the black slide. And in order to release this slide, you just kind of click it backwards and let go, and pretty much just let it go like that. It doesn't want you to push the money down, just as long as they're reasonably organized. You do wanna go through prior to putting the bills in. It's a good idea to kind of just go through it, shuffle through a little bit, and make sure that there isn't any bills with tape on them, or folded, real crazy folded, or any real dilapidated money is most likely going to get sent to the reject bin. But worst case scenario, it can cause a bill jam. So if you just kind of thumb through a little bit and make sure that none of these are awfully bad, and then again, I just boom, click it like that, let it go, and that cassette's loaded. Okay, now I've got the cassette all loaded up. Again, I'm just gonna slide it in there and make sure that I push it in there until it totally clicks into place. So the reject bin, pretty self-explanatory. It's black on black writing, so I'm not sure if you can read it, but it says reject bin there. So we just hit that tab with our finger, and there's a little bin in there with some surprises for you. And close that guy back up, and now we have pulled all the bills out of the reject bin. Okay, now that we've got the reject bin cleared out, we've also made sure that the money's loaded correctly in the cassette, and we've correctly inserted the cassette and made sure that it clicked in there into place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and go to settlement. And the third one down on the right, CST total, that stands for cassette total. We're going to go ahead and press that as part of the process of loading cash. It's going to spit us out a receipt, and that receipt's going to tell us how much was initially loaded. It's going to show what the number of bills that was remaining, and then an approximate number in the reject bin. So we'll take that information, and that information is important if you're adding cash to the 2 bills that was in there. So we are going to add 100 bills to the 2 existing bills. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add cash. And these can be configured for more than 1 cassette. This particular ATM just has 1 cassette, so we're going to go ahead and just hit first cassette. And you can look at your receipt, and there was 2 bills in the cassette previously. I want to add 100 bills, so that's actually going to be 102 bills. And I'm going to make sure that I press OK. And it'll confirm the dollar amount just to kind of double check your work. And it's not done until you press apply. and it spits out another receipt confirming what you just told the machine, which is correct, 102 bills. And then we can just cancel out of here. You can double check one more time and see that it does indeed show that it has 102 bills in there, because that's what I just told it. And if we want to go ahead and cancel out of here one more time, we can do so, and it'll go back to the please insert card screen, and we should be ready to roll. There we go.